Ramshackalotta says, question, do the lads like chutneys and jam? I made so much over the harvest period, I thought about sending some to the studio, says Charlotte. Yeah, I think everyone does like chutneys and jam, actually.
We accept gifts.
Yeah, so
Send free things to the PO box on our website.
if you'd like to send chutneys and jam, I think they'd get devoured.
On a
That'd be
lad's
very
hour.
kind of you as well. Thank
It could be on a lad's hour as well, yeah. Colin says, happy, but anyone got any cheese? Anyone wants it?
There is a cheese man, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's a good. Point, yeah.
He sent a whole bunch of delicious.
Yeah, and I
cheese.
didn't. I
I got
bloody eat it.
biscuits and
'cause
everybody's ignoring.
You pirates nicked all the cheese. Just
So you
right
got
when I
what?
went away.
said I got biscuits and everybody's ignoring.
Yeah.
I've had one so far.
No, I'm not.
You
I'm not
didn't
including
make them,
you.
Harry.
I'm not
Oh,
including
It's
you.
because we're shaming you for your lack of self-control.
Well, I'm about to answer the third biscuit question personally, and I'm going to say the whole packet.
Harry,
That's what's immoral.
Harry, have you ever changed the batteries in your smoke alarm?
Colin says, happy birthday, Lotus. Thank you very much. Evan says, question, does Connor's series have a name besides the Comic Corner?
I don't really have a series.
That's
sort of-
our series.
Yeah, I'm a sort of autistic polymath where I just do random things.
Oh, no, Harry, you've been relegated to second chair, man.
Works for me.
Other than Berserk, I mean, I do.
It is. Shut up. It is.
I wasn't being a prick about it.
It is called Comics Corner. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I don't know why it would have any other name.
Yeah, in terms of series stuff, I just don't really have one. I'm sort of a topical vagrant, but I'm engaged in particularly with the premium podcast, I'm engaged in a project of trying to build a sort of heuristic, and I'm slowly dragging Carl through that sort of stuff, which has been fun so far. The audience seems to like it, so.
I had a thought. I may as well just say it live on air now, but couldn't it? It's not bad. It's not bad. You could morph Comics Corner into just a general sort of literature.
We already have book clubs.
Right.
It's not just the
Right.
It's not a literature thing. I mean, we did
Because you did English lit at undergrad, right? So-
masters as well. Yeah,
Oh, well, there you
unfortunately
go.
for my
Right.
sins,
Right.
I'm the only one that seems to have actually made a career out of it on my course. The rest of them became teachers and just decided to corrupt the
Oh,
young.
you've always got like
Got the
academic
pyramid
agent as well.
scheme, isn't it?
He's like Doctor of English Literature.
I think I did media studies at uni.
Steve's
I'm
again,
trying
yeah.
to think what all of my other friends have done.
It's fair. It's the entire discipline is corrupted. It's where critical theory came from. It's metastasized into acid washing all of civilization. We did consider like a culture corner thing, and we've done a few bits recently. We've got 2 video game ones coming down the pipe,
Yeah.
but it's not necessarily part of the same series. And
Comics Con's a good name as well.
it is, and also like in terms of the amount of people that will subscribe purely for Comics Corner, there are quite a few. So we don't really want to take away their once a month thing. It's been on hiatus for a little bit just because of prep, but we'll probably do an episode for December.
There are a
Yeah,
few.
we've got one planned already, and we know what we're going to be covering on it. It's in the office. Should we say?
There's two we've got in the works. It depends which way around we're going to do it because you need to read it first.
Yeah, but it's quick enough to read, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Okay, we've got Cross and Infinite Earths and Animal Man queued up. So
There are a few politics of video games I think would be quite useful because there's the first Bioshock game, which I think would
Haven't
be
we
really good
already
to talk
done
about.
stuff on Bioshock with John when he was here?
no,
I don't. We talked about it, but then I never got round to it because I didn't replay it, even though it's fantastic and it's actually unintentionally libertarian propaganda. So that's why I'm so keen.
I hate it already. No, I think the only game ones we've done so far is I've done Mass Effect with Wheatley, and then Harry and I have Life is Strange coming out soon, which was my magnum opus.
Sorry, I got Bioshock and Mass Effect mixed up somehow.
My point being is that now video games are the ascendant media, right? They outperform all other media, and I think it's also one of the forms of media in modernity that's actually producing some of the best stuff, right?
Last few years, not really, but
I mean,
there was a
Baldur's
kind of
Gate
golden
3's come
age.
out recently, and that is one of the
But
best
there's
things created.
It's like
ever.
animal bumming in it.
Okay, moving on.
Optional. Sorry.
Moving on to the next question. The reason I have my phone out is because Hector X says, "Did you send a birthday card to Aquila?" And I just looked up to see if she has me blocked. She has me blocked.
Oh.
But on the good side of that, my wife has made me a corned beef pie as I requested.
Is it Frey Bentos?
No. It's I asked. She was like, "Do you want me to make you something?" I was like, "Yeah, corned beef pie." So really, why that? No, I just feel like one.
I'm a wife that bakes. That's
Yeah.
You could ask Daisy to get the Lotus Eaters account to send a
No.
message to Aquila.
No.
It's just a bit try hard, actually. Forget it. Forget her. Yeah.
Karambit says, "Carl and the lads, where do you see the UK in the next 5 years?"
fucked.
Yeah, nowhere good, right?
From a distance, hopefully.
I'll give my realpolitik assessment. Okay, Peter Hitchens.
I'm only joking anyway.
Yeah. I think there'll be fertile ground for our ideas to be planted once the Conservatives are defeated. I something.
I don't know if they're going to be defeated now.
They will.
Labour have been royally fucking up
Okay, but
shit.
all of their messaging, because there was a brief moment of a few months where Keir Starmer looked around Labour and said, "Should we not be retards for a little bit? Should we not be retards? Should we try and actually give a shit about things that people will vote for?" And they did for about 3 months, and then they went, it's not working for us. Let's be retards again.
But
Yeah, they couldn't help it.
Kind of. I mean, they're a victim to their own fractions within their party of their own making, particularly over the Israel thing. But the internal party polling is either a crushing defeat or a marginal Conservative victory. And in either scenario that has been wargamed by the people that are clued in on this stuff, the kind of ideas that we push for will have a lot more weight when the old paradigm dies off for pure electoral expediency. And so we're going to go for a rough couple of years, but we may be able to play a role in the revival.
Well, I mean, the argument that the Conservatives have lost because they have failed to be conservative is just irresistible at this point. It's just irresistible.
It's coming from within the Conservative camp. I mean, this is
thank God, finally.
Well, yeah, this is the drum that Miriam Cates is beating over and over. She's like, "Why are you screwing up? I'd rather be at home with my kids, and you're forcing me to do this. What the fuck?"
Yeah,
they've run out of rocks to live under.
I thought all the polling showed that Labour would win.
It does.
It's changed a little bit though, and it's changed a little bit.
A bit.
Because also because of the Israel issue, and because I think it's like 93% of British Muslims are saying we're just not going to vote for Labour now.
It's 95 when polled.
Is it 95?
Yeah, 95% of Muslims are like, yeah, well, if you support Israel,
and some of their MPs and councillors are apparently on the brink of defecting.
Yeah,
is that why
Israel's destroying the Labour Party? Jesus,
again,
turns out again, going to save the Conservatives. Oh God,
is this why you think the Muslims wanted to set up the Islamic Party?
Well, that's why
they wanted an independent one from Labour.
Yeah.
They've
well,
killed
that's
the
good.
host.
Yeah, basically,
the host organism has succumbed to it. So
and it's very much a sort of Labour. You made your bed. You know, what did you thought these were your guys? Did you? Come on,
you knew
you're meant to be the party of the English. You're meant to be the party of the English working class. You were like, yeah, but why don't we become the international middle class and bring in a bunch of foreigners who surely will never defect from us in the future? And it's like, okay, great. It's just, I hate
personally looking forward to the moment when Muslims realise they're trying to trans our kids and turning against them.
Well, that moment's passed. They know that now. But I was personally looking forward to the moment where it'd be election day and literally 300 Conservative MPs would lose their seats. So that's what the internal polling show. It's like
hopefully
300.
Hopefully Reform will pick up some, or Heritage, or Reclaim, or anyone
hopefully.
else. Just anyone else.
Yeah.
But I think they'll increase their vote share. I don't know how many seats will be picked up, but again, reading the sort of UKIP angle, the best thing about Reform is as a pressure group, at the very least, to hold them to account.
I'd vote for the monster raving loony party at this point, to be
They're
honest.
leftists.
Are they really?
That's all they ever have been.
But I just thought they were silly.
They used to be just bonkers. But no, it's
being bonkers is a leftist.
They're not a real party. They haven't got an actual manifesto or anything.
No. Well, no,
they want to send a hamster into space. So that's
John,
fun.
you do us a favour and look up the Monster Raving Loony Party manifesto.
It's probably more coherent than the Conservative one.
The politics of the
Probably
monster
more coherent
raving
than the Labour
loonies.
Party as well.
If only they've got like a really well thought out energy policy.
But they're going to have a really,
it's just drill, baby, drill. It's like, actually, I'm a single issue voter, so
they're going to have a really poorly thought out social policy, though. So,
I think there was one at one point when everyone got a free state approved pony or something like that, wasn't it?
right. So
Bit
when you
communist.
scroll down a bit, airbags will be fitted to the stock exchange immediately.
Britain will exit
Yep.
Europe and join the Duchy of Cornwall. Okay. Benefit from tax exemption. I'm already sold.
capital punishment.
From
Oh, that
all right.
is
Close
just
enough.
that's a shit policy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unfair to London. This is exactly what they deserve.
Are they using London as a code word there?
I think they
must
are.
be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something.
No, it's
implicit there.
because it's capital and London is the capital. There's the joke.
Oh,
Half
So
of
it's
Grey
punishing
Squirrel.
the capital.
Right.
So
okay.
See, I told you they were leftists, right? Half the grey squirrels will be painted red to increase the red squirrel population. Literally subversion.
demographic
The
replacement
new
of
red
our
squirrels. Yeah, exactly. The new red squirrels.
that is actually that's probably a Tory policy though. Job seekers will be made to stand two abreast in order to halve dole queues.
That probably isn't Tory policy. London Marathon free 21 finishing in below 2 hours. Right,
Dino nationalism. National debt will be cleared by putting it all on our credit card.
That is literally Dino.
We've actually got quite a strong tradition of absurdist comedy parties. Who's the Buckethead guy who always stands in?
Lord
He's
Bucket.
a left.
His
He's a
name's
lefty,
Lord
yeah.
Buckethead.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, right. Is it wherever the PM is, whoever the PM is, he will stand in that constituency? Is
I
that
thought
his deal?
I thought he stood against Jeremy Corbyn in the 2019.
Or maybe he did.
one, yeah.
Maybe he did.
Just to make it extra farcical. But we've got like things like the Sunday Sport.
There's a
where
few,
they just
right?
make up headlines.
There's a
just for
few.
fun.
I think there's always a few.
So anyway, nothing good in the UK. So, but on the plus side, a massive, hopefully, Conservative defeat. Unfortunately, Labour victory.
What?
But who knows what will happen? It's hard to make predictions because we're in kind of uncharted waters.
We also don't know which MP is going to retain their seats. I mean, I've spoken to a few people, and there's going to be a lot of effort put into some of the more sensible Red Wall MPs to take it, but they're on precarious margins of like 7,000. And they think just because of voter apathy, they might lose it. So
I feel like the next general election after this one will be very important because this one, because the Tories right now, as it stands, have got quite a big majority. Then there'll be someone will win with a very small majority this time.
Yeah.
And then the next one will be things are sort of genuinely up for grabs. I think that will be what it is.
I kind of hope it's a
so,
crushing
like-
defeat.
Sorry?
I hope it's a crushing defeat
Yeah, so do I, yeah.
for the
Of course,
Conservatives.
yeah.
But it'll be a low turnout.
I want them to be annihilated
Suit
in the parliamentary sense.
in Minecraft,
Just to be clear.
MI5.
Yeah, just to make that clear.
Suits the Redcoat says, if you could go back and redo a segment or premium podcast, if any, which would you change? I've got a few listed, have you, John?
I do, yeah.
Go on.
Right, there was one that I did.
I know the exact one you're about to reference.
Yeah, I've brought this up a few times. I had the flu really badly. It was before we hired very many presenters. And I was covering in Australia. There was, because of the COVID mandates.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
A police officer pepper sprayed a 12-year-old girl. And because I was so
God's sake, Connor,
delirious,
control yourself.
in flu, I misspoke and said that she deserved it.
Yeah, Josh is like, you should pepper spray children.
But yeah, what I meant to say is
I know, it
that
sounds pretty reasonable to me. Why would you want to take that back?
the actual argument I wanted to make when I wasn't really sick would have been that I don't agree with the mandates in the first place. But, you know, if a little girl attacks a police officer, they're kind of in a bind because they can't just, you know, stand there and take it when they're trying to arrest someone. And so
You're making it worse.
I've already brought it up
YouTube.
now.
John, can you do us a favor and pull up the website, please? Because my thing's about to run out of batteries.
It's all right.
I mean, I've got
Harry's
it on my
got it.
computer.
Yeah, but I want to read it.
But I want to.
Yeah.
So this is, again, you were accusing Harry of the biscuits of the ulterior motive thing. You've just done the exact same thing.
Yeah, but I'm not doing this for universal reasons. I'm doing this for my personal reasons. This is the most parochial and
I never
right-wing
said-
way you can do things.
I never said the biscuits were universal. I've not offered them to the whole office. I've offered them to a select group of elites.
The
Nice
talent.
save on that. Yeah, nice save on that.
So sometimes with segments, I mean, when you're recording live, it's very subjective on energy and vibes during the day. So sometimes the execution isn't always perfect. Sometimes we have tech hiccups because of the gremlins in the wires. But I think, generally speaking, all the premium stuff that I'm done, I'm quite chuffed with, and it's gone down quite well.
Yeah, I can't think of any premium content I'd re-record. I think you're exactly. There are loads of like individual podcast segments. I'm like, I could have gone better.
Maybe Harry's interview with Blair White.
Anyway,
Have you become more right-wing since then?
I am
Absolutely.
my worldview has changed substantially and monumentally over the past few years. And so I'm going to say I wouldn't really change anything because it's all part of the process.
Yes.
And life is far too short to really go back and go, oh, if only I could change this, if only I could change that. Those sorts of quibbles, you can lose your entire life looking back on things that you could have done better, you could have done differently. Life is far too short for regrets.
Yeah, such as regret biscuits.
To watch the full video, please become a premium member at lotuseaters.com.